All right, now let's go over to Joey at the touchscreen for an in-depth look at these mysterious drone sightings. Joey, what can you tell us?
Yeah, guys, so we don't have a lot we can tell you, but we can zoom in and point out some things. So first thing I want to look at is here's the United States, right? And these are the places where the drones are being spotted in high concentration. And so I just want to point out, when you look at Florida, California, and then here in what we call the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia area, what do those places have in common? There are a lot of military bases in those places. That's where the majority of our military bases are. And then you come up here to this Northeast area, and what does that have in common? High concentration of people and things that emit frequencies. And so that's one of the first things we look at here is they're being spotted in places that could be sensitive. And then we move on and we look just here in the Northeast and look at some of the places specifically that these have been spotted. We're talking about Picatinny Arsenal Military Base, a very sensitive place. Trump National Golf Club in Bedminster. We look over here, we see Naval Weapons Station, Earl Joint Base, McGuire, Dix, Lakehurst. And what we worry here is when we have Kirby come out and Mayorkas, they've never lied to us about anything, but when they come out and say, we don't know what these are, well, that discredits the safest and best theory right now, which is that this is U.S. testing what our capabilities are, what our defense mechanisms are. So those two things go against each other, and that leaves us all wondering either that the government doesn't know or they're not telling us the truth. And then the pictures we get, the videos, are not very good. The only reason I want to point this out is one point was made. I saw it on Twitter. I've seen it, or X, and I've seen it from the other experts. And it's this idea that if these are nefarious in nature, why are they using their navigational lights at nighttime? Wouldn't they want to be stealthy? It's a really, really good point. And then you see this is actually a second picture, and this is the quality we're getting, so it's hard to make much of it. And then we move on here to some characteristics. This is all through the reports. We haven't downed one to look at it and see this. This is the supposed characteristics of the majority of these drones. They're 6 to 10 foot in diameter, which is pretty large. We've heard as large as an SUV. And then many of these quadcopter drones are pretty small. They're flying above the FAA's 400-foot height regulation, but they're flying low and slow, so radars don't pick them up. And they're so small, even at 6 foot in diameter, if a radar did pick it up, it would register more like a bird, and it wouldn't alarm anything. One report says they don't give off heat, which not sure what you can draw from that other than what type of power source does it have and what type of payload. Is it a camera, a weapon, delivering a package? What's in it? And then lastly, we have these colorful blinking lights, which again makes us question, well, if it's nefarious, if it's spying, why would it give itself away? I'm going to give you my opinion, my synopsis, is that it's a little bit of all the above. Drones are not just the warfare of the future, they're the way of the future. How we receive things, how we see things, how we do safety on job sites. Drones are used in so many facets and so many industries already today, and AI technology is only going to expedite that quite a bit. So this is really the precipice of the technology that we've come to in this century, in this last decade, and I think that these sightings are indicative of all the things. Some of them are airplanes, some of them are U.S. or commercial drones. There was a Chinese citizen using a drone over a military base. There have been multiple military bases here and abroad who have reported this, feel like they're getting their airspace invaded by a drone of unknown origin. All these things are happening. We're just looking up more now. So are those 5,000 tips all bogus? No. Were they able to trace some of them to an origin that isn't scary or need explanation? Maybe. I don't trust the FBI that much either.
Well, if they don't know, that's terrifying. And if they do know and they're not telling us, they better get us some answers. Great deep dive there, Joey.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.